All right, let's get baking. This is the introductory video on how to make sandwich bread. It's pretty simple. Um, Use a scale if you can. I like to use a scale because then I don't have to actually measure stuff. I just add it and add. 240 grams of water, which is a cup. It's nice if this is just a little warm, but not too warm. Anything over 40, 42, 44 Celsius will kill your yeast. All right, then a quarter cup of milk. That's going to be 300 milliliters in all for everything. Milk is 60 milliliters of milk, quarter cup, 60 grams. All right, do a little mix. Make sure that it's not too hot. All right, throw in this is 25 grams of sugar and 7 grams of yeast. It's 2 tablespoons of sugar and a packet of yeast. If you're using like one of those Dr. Oetker packets or one of the ones you get at any supermarket, that's pretty much a packet. Sometimes they're 8 grams, but it really doesn't matter. I mean, we're not like, we're not going to the moon or anything. Now, if you're using fresh yeast, you need to let this stand for 5 or 10 minutes. If you're using instant yeast, you didn't even need to do this. You could have just mixed it all together. But I'm using, what am I using? I'm using instant yeast, and I just wanted to show you how I do it. The first time I made this bread, I used fresh yeast. All right, now I wrote 480 grams, 4 cups of flour. The original recipe I got this from uses 3 cups of flour. That's not enough, in my opinion. It's somewhere between 3 and 4 cups. You'll need to see. It also depend on the flour. But add about a cup of flour now. It's 120 grams if you're using a scale. And if you're not, it's a cup. And just mix. I'm gonna do this in real time because it's gonna go on YouTube and you can just skip around. But also so you can see how long this stuff actually takes. I mean, not counting the rise, this bread takes less time than going to the store. Depending on where your bread store is. Bread store, bakery, God. All right, see? Got some sludge there. It's nice sludge. All right. If you have a stand mixer, I'm jealous. But also you can all do this all in the stand mixer. All right. We're gonna start to add another cup of flour. We're gonna start to get a slightly shaggy dough. And now we can add the salt. Let's see, how much salt do we have here? 1.5 teaspoons. Yeah, whatever. You do need the salt, or else the bread's gonna taste empty. Yeah. You're not gonna taste the salt. It's not gonna be salty bread, although it's gonna be a little salty. And we're gonna tear the scale and add our room temperature butter. I lost my mind the other day, ordered 3 kilos of butter. So we have a lot of butter. And now you don't need the full 60 grams. I mean, that's the recipe, but you can put in 30. It'll be a little less rich. It'll be a little less brioche, but it'll still be really good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 30 grams, just because I don't feel like opening up another pack of butter. And we keep mixing. You want to break that butter up a little bit. All right, mix that up. Gonna reset the scale again. Put in 1 more cup. I'm using a high gluten Italian flour called Manitoba. You don't need it. You can use normal flour. The truth is, I don't have normal flour at home right now. It all went into baking. Mixing, mixing, mixing. Our dough's kind of shaggy. In my opinion, it's still a little too wet. See, this is where you get 3 cups flour. But now you got to kind of eyeball it. That's about 1/4 cup. Check my recipe, make sure I didn't miss anything. Another 1/4 cup of flour. All right. Now you can keep doing this with a spoon or your mixer or blender, whatever. Oh, mixer. But by now you should have a dough that you can handle with your hands. If you wonder why you threw out your spoon, scrape down the sides. If you added a little too much flour, then just add a little water. Just like a tablespoon or so. But this dough is looking pretty nice. And it should already be nice and soft. And it's a little sticky. It's still sticking in my fingers. But as we add in the last of this flour, it's still a little wet. Now, they always say that you should put this in a clean bowl with oil at the bottom. I don't think that's true. I like just leaving my dough straight in the bowl that I mixed it in. But do cover it up. Let's see. This is what you want. Pretty smooth dough. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is a really forgiving recipe. Just a little bowl right there. I got this nice storage bowl, which comes with a lid. Put the lid on, and let's leave it alone for 2 hours. Right now it's 10 minutes after noon, so at 2:10 I'm gonna come back and see what's going on.